G'day everyone, how you going? Currently down here at Starvation Bay, which is about 160 kilometres west of Esperance. Beautiful day, about 22, 23 degrees. We got in yesterday afternoon, we're all set up with the camp. But I wanted to give a quick video on the deep pan transcooler, the PPE, that I had put on about 3 or 4 months ago. I've had time to use it in terms of transmission. I found with the Caravan and obviously the work we've done to the Ram, it was getting pretty warm in terms of the transmission. I've got to admit, I'm pretty impressed with it. You'll see in the video footage some of the temperatures that I'm getting. Without towing the van, I get around about 80 degrees on the trans, and when I'm towing the van, it pumps up to about 90, which is a massive difference to what I'm used to. When I was towing the 4-ton van, so I'll just turn it around for you and show you. So the Caravan is an Elros, it's a 19.6, it's 4-ton, this thing weighs. It's got all the fruit on it, as you'd expect, completely off-grid, off-road. You can check it out as far as where these vans are sit, but she's pretty heavy. And I'm fully loaded because we've got the kids come down to join us for Christmas as well. And we've got our son and our daughter and her partner joining us as well. So, and obviously the van is the Ram. There she's there. She sits at around about 3.7 tonne, 3.6 tonne. She's had the GVM upgrade, 4.3 through Monster Off-Road. We've got the 35s on. In the back, you would have seen it, and I'll do the link to the other video that I've done. Got the fridge, the power box, all that. But I've also got in here is the, I've got a 200 litre water bladder as well. So currently carrying just over 500 litres of water for the 4 or 5 days that we're here with the kids and that. So the trans cooler that we had put on through Thor Mechanical down in Pinjarra, cannot recommend it enough. And you'll see out through the video a combination of not just the trans cooler. The other thing is that I'm hearing a lot on the Ram forums, just the fuel economy. I've got to admit, I'm not too sure what you're doing out there, but I only average around 20 to 21 litres per 100 with the van as is at 4 tonne and the Ram at 3.6, 3.7 tonne, because you've got the GCM is around 7.7 and I'm only doing 21. But the difference is I'm only doing 90 k's an hour. I sit on around about 90, between 90 and 95, and I'll drop some footage in there and you can see what I'm doing in terms of the temperatures and so on. So, yeah. But my thoughts are, in terms of the trans cooler, I think this is a must-have for when you're towing. I think the trans cooler prolongs the life of not only the transmission, it obviously is more efficient, is more effective, and it doesn't wear your transmission out as well. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer for me. I'm glad I did it. It can be a bit pricey. I think it's about $1,500 to install and have the trans cooler put in there. But for me, it is definitely worth the investment in terms of towing the 4-tonne van when I'm fully loaded also up on the Ram. And as I said, I just noticed, even when I was driving around in the city back in Perth, you get those 40-degree days with the trans cooler on there, just wasn't going anywhere near 80, 85 in terms of temperature. It bumps up a little bit, obviously, when you're towing the big van, as I've already said, but very happy with it. Can't recommend it enough. And yeah, I'm glad I had that added to the Ram as part of a mod. So anyway, check out what I've done. The last piece I'll mention is the Banks throttle controller or controller. Can't recommend that enough as well. Hey, you're all good? Yeah, good. Can't recommend the Banks throttle controller. And I'll just show you some pictures of that as well. So I have it on the highway mode, as you'll see, and I'll also have it on the 4-wheel drive track mode. And again, that just improves that responsiveness in terms of your throttle control. And I actually, personally, my experience from having the Banks throttle controller installed, did it myself, takes a couple of minutes. And if you're interested, I can do a quick video on the Banks throttle controller. So hit me up in the comments if you want something on that. But it's definitely worth the investment on that. Again, they're not cheap, and everything, as we know, when it comes to Rams, is not cheap anyway. It's a US product, and it works very well. I just find that the responsiveness in terms of your lag improves the overall control, and therefore, in my opinion, reduces the amount of fuel that you're using, particularly when you're trying to accelerate up hills in terms of your towing and that. So that's another mod that combines. Sorry about that, lost the audio on the video. I was kind of just summing up my experience with the Transcooler. It does make a difference. It certainly has made a difference. I know there's some positive and negatives out there, but certainly my experience in the last 4 months has been extremely positive. Definitely keeps the temperature down, and definitely keeps it down when you are towing a heavy van like I am. Combine that with my Banks controller, which I found to be very, very effective, particularly on the four-wheel drive tracks, because I run four-wheel drive with the Banks in that mode, and it's very, very effective as well. And as I said, you know, I'm averaging between 20 to 21 litres per 100. I sit between 90 and 95 k's an hour, and it works very well. But if you've got any questions, any comments, please hit me up, and happy to answer them. And you take care.